There's an idea in the chess world that applies very well to life in general. It also applies very well to studying the Bible and reading other people's works. And it is this idea that we are to prove ourselves wrong, or to try to prove ourselves wrong, if we want to say that somebody else has made a mistake, or that they hold a contradiction, or something like that. So, for example, in chess, if you are saying, okay, if I move here and he moves here and I move here and I take that and then he takes this and I take this back with this other with my knight, and then he takes my knight with his rook and then I take his rook with my queen, I'm up. I'm winning this trade, this exchange. If you stop there, maybe it works. Oftentimes, if we aren't being careful, if we aren't actually looking to see if there's some other idea that could be done by the opponent, we get into this problem of, I thought this would work, he did something different, and I lost. In studying scripture, in reading people's works, it doesn't matter who it is, it doesn't matter if I'm listening to somebody, if I'm listening to a YouTuber, or if you are listening to me, we need to be very careful to try to prove ourselves wrong if we want to say that somebody has made a mistake, has contradicted themselves, has whatever the case may be. Let's say that I say, Jesus is God, Jesus is not God, all in the same video or in the same book. In fact, I have this as an example in one of my books for why we need to be careful about context. Those words have context. They also can have different meanings. So if I'm saying that Jesus is God and Jesus is not God, rather than immediately jumping to the conclusion that I am an idiot who just completely contradicted myself, try to think through what I might be saying. As a Trinitarian, it should actually be fairly easy to see my position. You can say, oh, Jesus is God, which would mean something like Jesus is divine. He's truly divine in the sense that he is identified with the word God. But if you then say that he is everything that God is, including the Father and the Son, that's what I'm denying. So if I'm saying Jesus is God and Jesus is not God, I'm using God in two different senses.